Senator Tulfo. Senator Bam Aquino is recognized to interpolate.
Maraming salamat, Mr. President. Would the gentleman from San Juan yield to a few questions?
Certainly, of course, I think from my colleague, and likewise, we have sponsored so many bills together, no, that we would consider landmark, like, of course, the Free Higher Education Act, and hopefully, I'm glad that he is back here, that he would want to help in the UHC this time.
Maraming salamat, Mr. President. Let me begin by commending the principal sponsor of the Universal Healthcare Act, Senator Ejercito, for his great work. Sir, may mga tanong po ako tungkol sa no balance billing kasi nalilito rin po ako. Nabanggit po sa SONA na no balance billing na tayo ngayon. In fact, Mr. President, I think a number of presidents have actually mentioned this, no? No balance billing na tayo ngayon. So yung tanong, Mr. President, talaga bang no balance billing na talaga tayo? Kung ako'y may sakit at pumunta sa isang government hospital, hindi na dapat ako kinakabahan na magbabayad ng kahit anumang presyo o kahit anumang billing po dyan? Or meron pa ring posibilidad na meron akong billing, Mr. President? Ano ba talaga ang status nito?
Mr. President, maraming salamat, Senator Bam Aquino, sa iyong pagtanong. Dahil dapat nga po talagang ito'y i-clarify din ng Department of Health, no? Dahil ang totoo po, yung zero balance billing or no balance billing, it applies to basic accommodation o yung pong mapupunta sa ward. And ang intent din po ng UAC, yung pong mga indirect contributors, so ito po yung mga talagang walang kapasidad magbayad, no? Yung po yung PWD, senior citizens, and indigents, sila po yung talagang target na zero balance billing. So, pag napunta sa private room, of course, that's another story. Hindi po yan mapupunta rin sa zero balance billing kasi po talagang nakapaloob doon ay basic accommodation or yung po mapupunta sa ward. And mabigay ko na po yung monitoring report, no? Noong January 2025, yung no balance billing monitoring report, there are about 20,000 who availed, no, of the no balance billing, yung mga no balance billing eligible patients. For 2024, naka 72,000. No? Pero so, yun po, that's why, Mr. President, that's the reason, one of the reasons that I am seeking to have a supplemental budget. Actually, ito po yung galing sa NEP, no, sa National Expenditure Program. Kaya lang, naging controversial nga ito. Kaya hopefully, may balik po natin because, to achieve this intent, in this noble intent of zero balance billing for those who really cannot afford, ay kinakailangan din ng suporta. And inasahan po natin na talagang sa pagkaka-announce pa lang ng Pangulo na zero balance billing do SONA, talagang ano na ngayon, punong-puno na. Yung PGH, East Medical Eastern Medical Center and other government hospitals are already full. So, kinakailangan ho natin masuportahan po ito para po itong direktiba ng Pangulo ay mabigyan naman ng suporta at maging katotohanan, Mr. President.
Mr. President, of course, kailangan natin suportahan itong pagkaroon ng no balance billing. No? I think that is the intent of the UHC as you had sponsored, no? Pero right now, Mr. President, para lang po klaro, kasi we're on the record at of course, nakikinig rin ang taong bayan sa atin. Yung no balance billing, kaino po siya applicable ngayon? Meron po bang sektor kung saan ito po yung target or meron bang geography na kung saan dito lang siya no balance billing o may mga hospital na spesipiko na ito lang po yung no balance billing? Maybe we can start there, Mr. President, bago tayo umabot sa tanong na paano natin ma-achieve yung no balance billing para sa lahat ng mga kababayan natin?
Well, Mr. President, because under the Universal Healthcare Act, all Filipinos are now automatically members of PhilHealth. Pero ito pong zero balance or no balance billing, ang prioridad po natin, yung po talagang walang kapasidad, okay, no, na magbayad. And these are the indirect contributors. classified, as I mentioned earlier, ito po yung PWDs, indigents, and senior citizens. So, they are the priority for zero balance
So,
billing.
Mr. President, so right now, kung PWD ka, indigent or senior, are you already no balance billing status?
As long as they avail of the basic accommodation in DOH hospitals, Mr. President. Ito po yung ward,
So,
Mr. President.
posible rin po na... So, basic accommodation, pero kahit anong sakit, no balance billing po sila. Is that correct, Mr. President?
Yes, that is correct, Mr. President.
So, kahit anumang sakit, kung ako ay senior citizen, PWD, or indigent, and I only avail of basic accommodations, doon po, no balance billing tayo.
That is correct, Mr. President.
Okay, pero kung nagangad ako ng mas magandang accommodation, yung next level, kailangan mo na magbayad.
That is correct, Mr. President.
At kung hindi ako kasama sa tatlong klasifikasyon na yon, hindi ako senior, hindi ako indigent, or hindi ako PWD, may cover ang PhilHealth, pero meron ka pa rin ilalabas na pera. Is that correct, Mr. President?
Yes, that is correct, Mr. President. However, yung pong mga hindi, those who would not fall under the indirect contributors o ito mang pong prioridad po natin, kahit po sila yung kailangan magbayad, our intent is still to lower the out-of-pocket expense. So, kung sila po yung mag-avail ng private accommodation, of course, there will be expense already, pero ang target ho natin is for PhilHealth to at least increase its participation. No, na talagang ito man nakaraang taon siguro naging mainit kasi po napakaliit ng kanila pong sinasagot. So hopefully by this time they would have adjusted their case rates, and with the new PhilHealth administration under Dr. Mercado, they committed that they will increase the participation of PhilHealth in every hospital billing, Mr. President.
Mr. President, so kung so merong lang sektor na talagang no balance billing, no? Yung karamihan ng mga workers natin, karamihan ng mga kababayan natin, mga kabataan, kailangan pa rin nila magbayad. Yung ultimate goal po ba ng UHC ay makover lahat ng Pilipino or ilang-ilang sektor lang po sa mga kababayan natin?
Yes, under the law, Mr. President, all Filipinos are now considered as members of PhilHealth. And although this is what I admittedly, this is a really ambitious measure, it's a 10-year program, Mr. President. No? We are already entering the 6th year of implementation. Medyo sa totoo lang, medyo malayo-layo pa tayo. But siguro baby steps, we're trying to improve, Mr. President, and at least these are all welcome development. Ito pong nakarangso na nating Pangulo na kahit paano nabigyan na ng kahalagan ng importansya itong healthcare and the universal healthcare program. So, yun po, Mr. President, baby steps and malayo-layo pa sa totoo lang, pero I'm hoping that with this present Congress right now, if we will all work and help each other realize this of having a genuine universal healthcare, access to genuine universal healthcare for all Filipinos, sa tingin ko naman po ay kakayanin, no? Yes, it's true that it might entail cost, but I think if pagtulong-tulungan po natin, magagawa po natin ng paraan ito.
Mr. President, I don't know kung masasagot na ito ngayon, no? But I'm sure maghihiring naman tayo tungkol dito. Meron na bang target number or target budget ang Department of Health or PhilHealth pagdating sa pagkamit ng universal healthcare for all? Meron na ho bang, napag-usapan na po ba yan in the previous Congress? Kung magkano ba talaga yung kailangan nating may budget para talagang totoo po itong universal healthcare para sa lahat ng Pilipino?
Well, actually, Mr. President, they are still adjusting, no? Kasi nga po, taon-taon, meron na pong schedule sana yan ever since the passage of the Universal Healthcare Act. Kaya lang taon-taon medyo nababawasan din ng budget. But hopefully, with the President's announcement or directive during the SONA, hopefully yung ating pong makasamahan din po sa House will give priority this time to healthcare services. Kasi po dito sa atin, I'm proud to say that marami ho tayong mga healthcare advocates dito, no? Senator
Opo.
Risa is here, Senator Pia Cayetano, na Senator Bongo, of course, na pinagtutulong-tulungan po natin na every budget season in the Senate, at least we, with our institutional amendments, we always add to the healthcare programs. No, na, kaya nagkakaroon lang po talaga ng siguro ng delays because of the budget cuts that the whole DOH or the healthcare program receives every year. So hopefully this time, na alam niyo no po, pag sinabi ng Pangulo, especially during the SONA, that is already a directive.
Yes. Mr. President, kami, we will definitely support you, no, in this endeavor. Pero siguro, Mr. President, ang una kong tanong, kapag panahon na siguro ng budget or if Senator Go will have a hearing on this, magkano ba talaga yung kailangan talaga natin para ma-achieve natin yung goal of universal healthcare? How much do we really need? Kasi, Mr. President, kung hindi malinaw yung numerong yon, parang di rin malinaw kung ano yung ating mga goals, no? Pagdalaman natin yun, Mr. President, pwede sigurong makita pag inad natin yung
Kasama ni DOH.
GL, I think nabanggit to ni Senator Tulfo kanina, yung mga GL, mga AIX, yung mga healthcare, kung hindi kaya, Mr. President, kung ipasok na lang natin to sa UHC, hindi kaya maabot rin natin yung no balance billing, Mr. President, or malayo ba talaga yung mga numero, Mr. President?
Actually, that's very much welcome, Mr. President, Your Honor. Actually, ang intent talaga na UHC nun, yung mga tao hindi na pumunta sa, halimbawa, PAGCOR, PCSO, sa mga government officials, no, na bumipila pa sila. Kaya nga po yung galing yung pondo for social services, galing po ng PAGCOR at PCSO, by law, directly, it will now go through the universal healthcare. That will be welcome, Mr. President, Your Honor, na kung talaga lahat po yun, may ilalagay dito. I think, kahit papano, yung pondo po ng UAC, the realization will be much faster. Just to give you an idea, siguro ang kailangan ho natin every year is about 300 billion for the implementation. Kasama na po doon yun yung budget ng Department of Health and PhilHealth's portion, no, for the implementation of UAC. So that's every year.
Mga magkano, Mr. President, yung gap natin? I'm sure minomonitor niyo po yan.
Since year one of its implementation, Your Honor, Mr. President, medyo nagkulang din. No? But we will give you yung query, no, tungkol sa gap, no. We just don't have it right now. And Mr. President, I would like to thank Senator Bamakino for your support. Actually, yung pong binabalikan ko lang, no, yung sabi, if the government, I think if the government is really would want to show that it is really indeed serious in helping our people, especially sa social programs, yung pong inyo pong in-sponsor na free college education, and kung maging successful na po itong Universal Healthcare Act, talagay ko doon lang, no, sa education, sa health, pag maging maganda, mararamdaman na natin mga kababayan na talagang kahit paano ang pamalaan ay talagang nandyan para umalalay sa kanila sa oras ng pangangailangan.
Thank you, Mr. President. We'd like to reiterate our support for the good sponsor of the Universal Healthcare Law. At mabigat na usapan to, Mr. President, but we promise and we commit to engage and to support the efforts of the Chairperson of Health and Senator Ejercito with regard to the amendments or the changes that we want to see in this law. Maraming salamat, Mr. President. Thank you.
Thank you, Senator Aquino.